What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent, and today I'm team building around Life Orb Magic Guard Sigilyph, which was suggested to me by Iron Flash Gaming. If you've been around on the channel since Generation 7, you've probably heard me mention that name before. Really solid battler, but this thing hits pretty much everything in the tier, barring like a really bulky dark type, such as Assault Vest Grimmsnarl as well as Assault Vest Tyranitar. And a Pokemon that can pretty much deal with all of those is Sylveon with Wish Protect. I definitely like this more than Clefable when trying to check things defensively just due to the great SpDef stat. If the Hydreigon Nasty plots up, Clefable falls over where Sylveon takes it, so that's really helpful. Let's go ahead and run a Bold Nature on this thing. I think the SpDef allows me to take a +2 Flash Cannon anyway, so I don't have to worry about putting any SpDef on there. And then in terms of attacks, I'll run Hyper Voice and Mystical Fire. Just to wear down Aegislash with Mystical Fire mainly, because it doesn't get OHKO'd by Heat Wave if it's in the shield form. And then I'll learn Leftovers right here, so that's great. I definitely want a more solid check to Aegislash though, because that kind of threatens these two quite a bit. Let's see what can do that. I tend to go for Hydreigon when I'm looking for Aegislash checks, but let's look for something else. Arcanine could be cool, but I've been spamming Arcanine a lot, like Heavy Duty Boots Arcanine. I don't want to run that again. Chandelure could be cool, but they tend to run Shadow Sneak as well. I think Weavile could be cool, because I want a physical attacker alongside these two, and if I ran Adamant Scarf Weavile, it would also check Scarf Galarian Darm, which I don't have a resist to yet, so that sounds really helpful. Let's go ahead and run Choice Scarf with Icicle Crash. Low Kick is what OHKOs the Darm, and then I'll run Throat Chop and Ice Shard on last slot, just in case the Dragapult Dragon dances up, you never know. And then I'm going to run Adamant just to ensure that Low Kick is able to OHKO the Darm. The problem with running Adamant is if we run into random Scarf Cinderace, I definitely want to have it checked at that next, because I don't have a Fire Resist yet. Let's see what can do the job. Seismitoad could be good for rocks. I also like that because it provides us with the electric immunity, which Sigilyph is weak to, and it covers both of Sylveon's weaknesses being poison and steel, so that sounds great. Are there any other stealth rocking options in OU that would be good? I guess Excadrill could be a more offensive bet, but I don't know, like would I run Sand or would I run like the Mold Breaker set? That's the question, right? I think Toad is better defensively, because it's able to check stuff like the Rotom forms as well, whereas Excadrill can't. Yeah, I think I will run Toad. Zazo loves Toad as well. Zazo Iron Flash Game, in case you have no idea who I'm referring to. Because you probably still don't, but let's go ahead and run minus speed. Yeah, this is great to check Rotoms as well, because I don't want to get Volt Switch down over and over again, and going hard drill on Volt Switches is really risky. So let's stick with Toad here with Water Absorb. This also checks Dracovish in case I have to deal with that. I will run Stealth Rocks, so this is the rocker on the team now. Scald, Earthquake, and Toxic. I don't like Protect on Toad. I just find that it's way too passive. Like, if they get out on the Protect and bring in something that threatens you, that's actually really bad. So I just tend to run like all offensive moves and then rocks. So let's see what else I need. What else is the team weak to? So now we have the Fire Resist, but we definitely still want... We have a great Dark Resist. Ghost Resist would be... A better Ghost Resist would be really good. What even does that though, like Grimmsnarl? I don't want to double up on dark types, but Weavile really doesn't provide me any defensive utility. Mimikyu looks like a threat too. I haven't found a Mimikyu in so long though. I don't think that's a reason to not have it checked though. I would love a Defogger for Weavile, so... What can do that for me? I don't want to run Corviknight because I don't want to double up on flying types. Although I've already have all the weaknesses covered, so it doesn't even seem like that big of a deal if I do that. Like, U-turn Corviknight looks very good right here. I also like the idea of running, like, Defog Conkeldurr with Mach Punches just to help out against Galarian Darm even more, because, like, Icicle Crash destroys this team, I'm not gonna lie. I think I have to have another check. I'm gonna add Conkeldurr with Defog. I know I'm kind of overly worrying about that Pokemon right now, but its usage stats, but in top 500, are really high after the Dynamax ban from what I've heard. So let's run Defog, Mach Punch, Drain Punch, and Earthquake. Gonna forego Thunder Punch because that hits Corviknight, but I can Heat Wave that if I need to, so that's fine. And then I can also spam Scald to try to burn it with Toad. Let's run Flame Orb, obviously, with Guts, and then I'm gonna run the standard EV Spread that I like to run with 20 speed. Max attack, and 236 HP with an Adamant Nature, so one slot left. I definitely like the defensive pairing of Seismitoad and Sylveon. I would definitely like another form of speed control, a really fast breaker. is definitely something I want here. So the fastest Pokemon in OU is Dragapult, so I could go for that. What else is fast in OU? Barraskewda. Barraskewda outside of rain. I actually kind of want to try that sometime. Just run rain abusers without rain. I know that sounds absolutely horrible, but you never know. I think I go Dragapult with choice specs because... Like, what is Dragapult? I would not have a good Ghost Resist, though. That's the thing. And I would have a lot of Ghost weaknesses. But the thing is, I've already acknowledged that I check pretty much the most threatening Ghost types. Sylveon checks Dragapult. And then Seismitoad, I guess, can check Aegislash, because I don't think Shadow Ball 2-hit KOs without a boosting item. Yeah, I think Dragapult is a safe bet right here. Let's run Infiltrator. This will also help me break through Corviknight, which currently Sigilyph is the only way I have to do that, so... Let's run U-turn. I think I want to get out on like the Mandibuzz and bring in Sylveon rather than trying to Thunderbolt it. And then I'll run Flamethrower and then Dual Stab with Draco Meteor and Shadow Ball with the choice specs right here. That looks good enough. Let's go ahead and run Max Special Attack, Max Speed Timid. I don't think Timid is going to make a difference with the U-turn, so it should be fine. And yeah, this is able to check Sub-Bulk up Corviknight alongside Sigilyph, so that's really helpful. Abilities look good. Let's go ahead and play some Pokemon. Okay, I found a game. Funnily enough, we have a Sigilyph team right away. We actually both have Sigilyph, Seismitoad, and Dragapult, and they have Clef, whereas I have Sylveon. I definitely don't want to give Clef a kill right away, so I think I lead Sigilyph here. So mine has Heat Wave. They should probably know that considering they have one, but I'm going to click it anyway. I don't really see the point to predicting here. Yeah. Wait, what? Are we serious? I really thought that would die. Psychic will kill, though. Okay, now I think I have to air slash here, so let's go for that. And see what they do. That was really bad. Like, I really thought it would just fall over. I guess they didn't expect Heat Wave, but was that a roll? I'm curious. Sigilyph against Ferrothorn. Like, if they're Fizz Def, does that actually just natural? Oh, I got a really high roll. Never mind. Oh, that's Spidef Pharaoh. So if I take away the Spidef... Okay, they were Spidef Pharaoh then. So out comes Clefable, which honestly, this thing being in is good for me. I'm just going to Psychic it. Yeah, that thing being weakened is so nice. I don't know why they did that. And I can just go Dragapult here and Shadow Ball. So like, even though my Sigilyph is dead, I think I'm in the front here, because I basically got rid of Ferrothorn and Clef is out of the way. That's so strong. I wonder what their Sigilyph is. Is it Cosmic Power? It might be Cosmic Power. In which case, I need to attack it before the boosts get out of hand with either Dragapult or Weavile. So yeah, let's go for Shadow Ball here, then see what they respond with. If they go Dragapult, I'll obviously bring in my Sylveon. They sack off the Clef, okay? Let's see who comes in next. Centiskorch, why? Does this get coverage I'm not aware of? Or is it just trying to coil up? I'm gonna Shadow Ball it. Okay, it's a Soul Vest Coil. Okay, so I know this thing gets Power Whip. I got a Spidef drop though, so I'm just gonna continue staying in, like... I don't think they can hit me very hard. That's the confusing thing. And I'm gonna start 2-hit KOing now, so they suck off the Pharaoh. Pretty lucky Spidef drop, but like, I don't think that was the play there. I have a feeling they just go for a Speed Tie now. No, they bring it back out. I'm still gonna Shadow Ball, like I don't know what this is trying to do. And that kind of scares me. It just goes for Fire Lash. That doesn't scare me at all. So if their Dragapult is a Dragon Dance, my Sylveon is Fizz Def and should be able to take it, no matter what. And then from there, Conch plus Weavile should wrap it up for me. I'm going to keep Dragapult, obviously. Although if this comes out, I can probably just Shadow Ball. Yeah, because that's a 2-ko. This gets a lot of Spidef drops. They probably have Protect, I think, but shouldn't end up mattering. Because like the moment this dies, then my Weavile just wins too with Throat Chop. So let's see, it might even be worth it just to stay in on their Dragapult in that case. They sack off their Sigilyph. Yeah, this was a weird game. I don't know why they stayed in turn 1, and I don't know why they kept doing Centiskorch on my Dragapult, but... I mean, hey, we got to see Sigilyph not Oko Ferrothorn with Heat Wave. Like I mentioned, I don't really care what this does. I'm just gonna go for the guaranteed Weavile win. Actually, I could have Sylveon do some work in the end here. Nice. Let's go right for Hyper Voice. They're obviously going to Toxic me, I think. I guess they could Protect for a turn, but it's not going to make any difference. Yeah, so I take a Toxic, but there's nothing Dragapult can do here to win. Even if it's like Focus Sash Dragon Dance, I still have Ice Shard, so... yeah. Weird game one. Like, this is top 500 too, so I expected a few more plays, but that's not the case. This is going to do 40, by the way. Fist of Sylveon is actually pretty bulky, despite the base 65. 37, even less, so yeah, that's gonna wrap it up right there. I will be right back. Okay, this team is like destroyed by Conk, but what I need to figure out is how fast Cursula is. How fast are you, Cursula? You are not faster than my Conk, okay. They're also very weak to Sylveon, but they have Pex and Toxtricity, so good pivots, I guess. Sigilyph can do work here too. Let's lead off with my... I would love early rocks. Let's go Toad. On the Hydreigon. I think the Sylveon pivot's alright, but I don't want them getting in Toxtricity to Boom Burst, so I'm going to go for Rocks instead. Yeah, Rocks turn 1 is fine, as they get into Conk. I can get in Sylveon, it'll take 2 Earthquakes, but if they double on me, that'll be really tough. They just defog immediately, okay. I'm going to go to Sigilyph here. I think it's a good double, just because they're probably going to go to Toxtricity. They go to Cursula. Well, that's not ideal. I think Sylveon comes in on it. Okay, what are your defensive stats like? 50 and 60. Okay. That was really risky, but I didn't want to Calm Minding up even more. And now Throat Chop should OHKO based on the defense stat. That takes a bit there. I gotta go hard Conk to defog these T-Spikes away. Yeah, I can't let those stay up. Hopefully it's not Baneful Bunker. That could actually be a problem. Yeah, but now that we know that Cursula is very frail, that'll help us out. I don't think I stay on it though. Because I know that's base, it's also like base 145 special attack, right? I like know nothing about this thing. That's the problem here. I could Earthquake twice. See how much I do. Alright. I was expecting more like 60, maybe 70, but I guess they were like... Even... That can't be max HP, no way. Okay, let's get this in. And they run, so I'll be right back. Alright, I'm battling a Surf Edge team now, which is pretty interesting. I definitely think Sylveon can take that on. Regarding Snorlax, I have Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr actually looks really strong here. I'm gonna lead off with my Seismitoad, trying to get up early rocks, but... Okay, this is great. I think the Surf Edge gets a Leaf Blade, so gotta keep that in mind. I don't think he would stay in here just to Wisp. I guess Trick is something that I should have considered, because a lot of these are Scarf, but at least now they're taking 25% on entry. How aggressive do I want to be? I'm gonna go Sigilyph on the Corviknight. That was a bad play, wasn't it? Okay, well... I'll go back to this, I guess, and click Scald. That really sucks, but... Yeah, let's Scald here on the Corviknight. I do get a burn, though. I definitely get a burn, so that's good. I can go to Conk now and start to pressure with that, but... Like you said, the thing is, I thought they would go hard Corviknight on the Seismitoad because I was locked in. And I wanted to prevent the defog, right? That was my thought process, but... I just clicked Thunder Wave. Which I can't blame them for. That's a really good move. This is another tough turn. I don't... Well, they could risk Dragapult because I have Sylveon. I'm gonna Earthquake it. Yeah, I'm gonna be a bit aggressive here. I don't think it's worth risking the Dragapult coming in. Yep, just like that. I do a nice 76. That's so strong for me. Let's go to Sylveon here. I wonder if they double to Conk. I mean, it's Corviknight. They try to Draco. Okay, that's an odd play. I'll go for a Mystical Fire. The Corviknight. Oh, that did nothing. Jeez. But I'll go to Dragapult on the Roost. Yeah, and then I think I want to go for... I could Flamethrower. I don't think they would let me get in my Conk on that Snorlax. They get in the Surf Edged. So here's the thing, I actually have no idea what this is trying to do, but I'm going to cut its defensive stats and then just see whether Draco will kill. Fetched. 82 spit up, 62 HP. I think Specs Draco is blowing this back. But I think U-turn is fine too. I'm gonna Draco. Yeah, goodbye, Sir Fetched. Like, I wanted to U-turn on the Snorlax into, like, Conk, but if they stay in, that's a bit worse. Especially if they try to Swords Dance. Like, that would be really bad. So, let's get another game. Okay, I have another game right here. This opponent is using Cinderace Sun, which is pretty cool. I definitely want to break through using Sigilyph. Yeah, because they're obviously going to lead off with this. I think I Psychic. Let's Psychic first, and then if they go Mandibuzz, I'll switch out. I don't think it's worth the Dazzling Gleaming right away. Yeah, even though that's obvious, it's still not the play. And then I can go to Toad here. On the U-turn. Okay, never mind. Now the Charizard's coming in. Maybe you should have anticipated that, but it's alright. I wonder how well Sylveon takes Solar Power Fire Blast. Probably not at all. Yeah, there's no way that's taking it. Yeah, there's Charizard. I gotta, like, dance around this thing, I guess. Like, I'll go to Sylveon here on the Solar Beam. I'll protect this turn. I don't think I live Solar Power Fire Blast. But I can wear them down here, which I think is the more important thing. Do I live? Nope. That wasn't happening. Yeah, no way. Alright, I'll get in Dragapult and just Draco, though. They, like, lose their entire team to that. Unless I miss. Gonna go Toad here on the next U-turn. Okay. This is going very, not as well as the other games, I must admit. How can I endgame then? Like, I need to start playing more offensively, I think. This is going really badly because of that. They get in Digs, oddly, so I can get a Prox on this. Mega Kick. I need to learn more about that move. Is that like a 50% accurate move that they just hit? It's 75% with 120 power. Why would you run that? I think that's Choice Band. I'm gonna go to Dragapult. Ooh, good play, man. Now they get the Defog. Yeah, nothing much I can do about that. I guess, like, they just lose them onto Drain Punch, though, so this is fine. They actually lose probably their entire team to Drain Punch. Banded Cinderace is going to be an issue, especially because my Toad took that hit. I could just Earthquake this. I don't think you would risk Charizard. I'm going to Drain Punch again. Okay. Banded Cinderace with Pyro Ball is going to hurt. I don't think I let this take that hit. I sack off my Toad to get in Dragapult here. And I have to Draco. Yeah, Mandibuzz comes in, like, at least it's not going to Roost, right? Well, it can Roost, but then they don't get the momentum. That's my thought process. And now who comes in on a Drain Punch? Nobody. That's the answer. Yeah, I think I win. Oh, dude, you're taking super effective damage now. What's that? And I'm going to Drain Punch again. Like, I really don't want you trying to pivot out here. They go for Foul Play. So that might put me in range of the Cinderace now, which I don't think I'm worried about. Because now I just spam Draco with the Dragapult, and as long as I hit that, I should be fine. The expendable Mon here is my Sigilyph. To get in Dragapult, and I have to Draco. They're gonna sack off the Torkoal. Okay, nice. And then they're gonna get into Diggersby. No, they get this back in, which is weird, because that just gives me the win with Conk. Yeah, they just lost a triple Mach Punch. I don't know why they did that. And they also just lost to Weavile, because Quick Attack can't OHKO me. And I have Adamant Lokic, so that'll just sweep through. Oh, that just straight up got the roll, okay. So if this is Agility, I have to attack it, I think. I think the play here is to go hard Weavile, but I'm going to Draco. Okay, that's all I needed, because that puts it in range of Mach Punch. If it wasn't already. So I can do that here, and then the Dharm will die to low kick. So this started off really badly, but luckily I was able to... I'm really glad I didn't let Charizard in again, by the way. That could have been really bad. I'm really glad I cancelled the Drain Punch at the last minute, but I just Mach Punch here. If they are not Focus Sash, they are dead. If they are, I have Weavile. I will be right back. So this is the third Seismitoad I'm battling today. Everybody loves that Mon, but what I want to do right here is just lead off with my... If I'm them, I'd lead either Cinderace or Rotom Wash. I guess Seismitoad could make some sense because you want your rocks up, but... My thought process is if I lead Sigilyph, that does well against either... That does well against Toad, which is probably their rocker, or Clef, which they could use to go for a kill. And if they lead off with Cinderace or Rotom, I can go Toad. So let's lead Sigilyph. Yeah, they lead Toad, so this is great. I can just Psychic. And probably 2 would KO this thing. Yeah, so I led well against the 2 Pokemon I didn't have switch-ins to, was my thought process there. I guess one pretty tough scenario would have been had they led Cinderace and then you turned out. As I went Toad, got in Clef. That would have been the one bad thing. But yeah, Psychic is going to get me some nice damage here. They might pivot Corviknight, but they just stay in. So I get a nice Psychic off, and I'm obviously going to click that again here. Okay, they're now out of range, which is kind of sad. I guess I might as well Air Slash for flinch chance. And then I can just Heat Wave this. It does so much damage, as they're going to get in Dharm now, which is a little bit of a problem. I wonder if it's Banded or Scarf, though. I think it would be Scarf on this team, and then maybe like Banded Cinderace or Heavy Duty Boots Breaker. I don't see much value. Well, Sylveon is my best pivot to Clef, so maybe I do see some value there. Yeah, Sylveon's actually good. I think, can Toad take 2 Scarf Crashes? I gotta remember that this is broken in the calc. +1. 45 to 54. I could. With the lefty's recovery, I might. The other option is going hard conk and trying to threaten with Mach Punch. I'm gonna do it. That does a lot. If I'm them, there's no reason for me to stay in, so I'm gonna Drain Punch here. I don't see why you'd risk Dharm, it's so good. Yeah, they go to Clef, that takes quite a good amount. That's actually might put it in range of Sigilyph, so I'm gonna Mach Punch here, and then get in Sigilyph to Psychic. Okay, this is not even that bad anymore. I was able to break down Clef, which was a really big threat to my team. And that'll open up the door for Weavile. So out comes this again, obviously. I'm going to try to get in Toad now. Oh, never mind, I ate that up. If I actually get a Brox here, that would be really helpful. I actually did. I thought I'd always get flinched in that scenario, so I was honestly expecting it to happen. This guy hits every move. Let's go to Weavile, it's like my only play. And I have to low kick, like, there's no questioning it, right? Corviknight will get 2 code, I think. Yeah. So this can no longer come in if they switch it out. They have to do it just for the sack anyway, okay. Well, I can go Sylveon here. That actually did a good amount, hold up. 17 seems like more than it should. Is that Specs or Scarf, or just max special attack? Rotom Wash. Oh, never mind, it's like, just no investment? Okay, I'm surprised about that, I don't know why. Pirate Ball comes out, obviously. Let's see how much it's doing. That's not doing too much, I can protect on that. Let's get another Wish going. They actually missed that one, so now I can Hyper Voice. How many of those do they have? Oh, they only have 4 more. That's actually really good for me. Rotom comes in. It might have Thunder Wave. I'm gonna Hyper Voice. As they try to burn me, and that doesn't work out for them. Let's click Hyper Voice again. I don't think that's gonna help them at all. Yeah, now I can Hyper Voice here. Because my Leftovers still prevents the burn damage, and they're not 2-hit KOing me with anybody, so... They suck off Corviknight. I don't think they can break me, which is kind of funny. They get back in Cinderace to Pirate Ball? Like... Unless you crit through me, this is not a winning battle. And then I should be able to wrap it up using Weavile and Sigilyph. Yeah, Weavile's important here for the Dharm. That's what I gotta consider. That did a bit more than usual. Can we not? They only have 2 more, like... I don't know what they think is gonna happen. They should court change the rocks and just exchange them here. That would be kind of funny. Do it, man. You won't. My protect is so obvious. Click court change. I mean, they should just hope for my choke and hope I don't protect, but I always will. Here's the Darm. Okay, now I think I have to hyper voice this. Don't flinch. Okay, nice. Now it's in range of hazards, and I think that wraps it up. Wish on the off chance they miss, but I'm not expecting that. Then I go Weavile here and just throw it chop. Knock that out, and that should wrap it up. Toad comes in. I think they just lose to 3 Shadow Balls if I attack this. Yeah, there's a Scald. Protect, but yeah, I don't think they can beat my Dragapult. Cinderace, I just throat chop this as well. And that'll guarantee it's in range of Shadow Ball. So I don't have to use Sigilyph for anything. Yeah, that did so much. So in case this is actually, well, it's Leftovers, I should have just gone Dragapult. But let's see whether this can actually live a hit from Cinderace. Now the thing is, Cinderace could have Sucker Punch, but I know for a fact Dragapult will live that. So that did kill. I will live Sucker Punch unless they crit here. Yeah, so I'm able to go ahead and win. And that is going to be the game, so I will be right back. So this player has a Haxorus, which I can use my Scarf Weavile to check if it starts to Dragon Dance up. Ideally, I can get it in range of Ice Shard though, so I don't have to risk the miss. I can endgame using either Dragapult or Weavile here, so that's kind of good. I don't want to give Darm early momentum, so I think the best lead is going to be Conk. So here's the thing with Aegislash. I could Earthquake it, or I could go Hard Toad. If it's special, Hard Toad is not a good play. But I really like Conk. I'm gonna Earthquake here. If they go Corviknight, that'll be a bit tough, yeah, because now they can either U-turn or Brave Bird this. If I'm them, I would go for Brave Bird initially, so I'm gonna try to get in Toad. They could U-turn. This is really tough now. I should have just Drain Punched, I guess, and tried to weaken it. Yeah, they click Brave Bird though, so that's good for me. I'll take the turn to get up rocks. They might just Brave Bird again to weaken me even more. They actually get in Haxorus, which could be sub, so I want to consider that. And go Sylveon here. Oh, it's gonna have... Does this get Poison Jab anymore? What's the Pokemon called? Haxorus? Poison Jab. It does get Poison Jab. Okay, that's really bad. In that case, I need to... I think I sack this here. Oh, they go for Earthquake. That won't do anything. I was gonna sack, then get in Weavile. I guess if that was Focus Sash, I could have lost if it was Poison Jab. But luckily it wasn't. They're gonna get an Aegislash again. So this is on Boots. And it's probably gonna click Stealth Rocks. Yeah, there's that. Allows me to just Toxic, I'm thinking. Like... They get a oh, it gets a Rapid Spin? Okay, well I can spam Rocks then. I don't know why this came in, it just gives me the Earthquake. Block. What is this? Does this get something I'm not aware of? Like... Okay, thanks for the 50%. Like, what? Okay, that's a bit of an issue. I gotta go with Sigilyph here and Heat Wave it. Brave Bird's gonna hurt, but it'll put it in range of Dragapult Shadow Ball, which I think is really important. Yeah, because they don't even switch into this attack. That'll get 2-code. Okay, so we got rid of Corviknight, and they're still trying to switch around me. This can't even the Rapid Spin here, and I'm not going to try to let it, so I'm going to stay in. As they hoped I switched out. They're like playing off chokes over and over again. It's a good Toad here. A good double, but I don't think it helps you in the long run. I can go to Dragapult here and just spam Shadow Ball. Actually, I think I Flamethrower. As they're clicking Roost. This is not going to work out for you. You should switch out. Yeah, there's that. I got a crit, so it looks like the next one actually kills. Wait, they've shown Protect. Why did I was gonna go Conk. It's just Corviknight. I gotta not lose to that. Then they get in Corviknight, okay. I can't burn this thing, it's really annoying. Flamethrower it here. Bring it down really low. I burn it with Flamethrower, okay. They're trying to pressure stall me, but eventually they'll get crit. Like, I still have 7 more, dude, and you're not even winning this. Like, you're taking too much damage. Tries to protect, I can Drain Punch. And yeah, now because Corviknight's burned, I think it's 100% over. Also, they have a horrible Aegislash set, so that'll help me out. Yeah, because I can just spam Drain Punch against Corviknight now. This will die to Earthquake. They go for Shadow Ball. Corviknight comes in. I just Drain Punch on the Brave Bird. Then get this in and continue clicking Flamethrower. It looks like it kills now, right? Just short, but the next one will. And then I have Scarf Weavile for this, okay. This was a weird game. If they're sub, then they just get outsped. Let's click low kick here and wrap it up. Okay, nice. So I'll be right back. So I guess ELO really means nothing because that guy was 1800s and that's how he played. What I want to do right here is lead off with my... Weavile looks really strong here, but I definitely need to watch out for Kong and Rotom. Sigilyph looks really good as well, but I want to lead off with my Dragapult, I think. Because the one bad lead for Dragapult would be either Hydreigon or... is this bad? I could Draco. I like U-turn to Sylveon. I'm just gonna Shadow Ball though. As they go right to Toxapex. Sticks 31, Spit Drop? Nah. I'll get in Conk here. Ideally, it's not Baneful Bunker. I can take a Toxic. I was hoping they would click T-Spikes, but I guess I should have found out first. Okay, that's tough. They stay in, though, and just die, so... that kind of makes up for that. Let's see who comes in now. Not a lot wants to come in here. I guess, like, Specs Draco would knock me out. That could be a possibility. Kong could come in. Rotom Heat comes in, which I'm not concerned about. Now, here's the thing. I don't want them Volt switching to the Gengar. I'm gonna hard call that. Watch this. They're gonna go Gengar on an Earthquake, and it's gonna be really funny. Goodbye. Rotom Heat comes right back. Now, here's where I go Toad, and I just click Stealth Rocks. On the Pharaoh. I think I get in my Conk here and try to Power Whip, or Drain Punch my health back, sorry. Yeah, because I knew their hazards would come out, so... this doesn't even matter. Like, unless they double Protect here, which would be really unlucky, I should be fine. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring in Sigilyph. Go for Heat Wave on Hydreigon as I miss. Am I just going to lose this game to luck after, like, getting so far ahead? Like, is this how that's meant to go? They go for U-turn. Rotom can't even beat me unless it's Nasty Plot. And I have Mystical Fire, so I don't even know what play they make here. Let's click Wish. I wonder if they're Nasty Plot. Oh, that's a play. Okay, then. Let's go to Toad. On the Volt Switch. Just click Scald here on the Pharaoh. Yeah, I'm a bit frustrated because I'd literally win the game if they don't get the double Protect, and they did. I'm just gonna Dazzle this time. Like, I'm really frustrated here. I'm just gonna try to catch this Hydreigon. As they pivot Rotom instead. Good scout, I guess, but you still got lucky. Wisps me there. Can I burn the Pharaoh, please? Like, it's taking way too long for that to happen. Still can't, like. I'll go to Dragapult here. This is probably Scarf, so I'll go to Sylveon. Like, the fact that this is even still a game kind of blows my mind. Let's get a Wish going on the Rotom, and I'm just gonna Hyper Voice now. Like, I think Sylveon can probably just sit here, as they try to double into Conk, so I kill that. Pharaoh comes in. I'm just gonna Mystical Fire. This Ferrothorn is so annoying. Okay, I'll get up a Wish here. And then Mystical Fire here. Come on. How do you get this lucky? It's like the game doesn't want me to win here, but I'll just Mystical Fire. I'm gonna stop complaining now. I think this is over. I don't think they can win anyway. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm still fine, so I'll be right back. So next we have Rain here, which is actually really good for Sigilyph because their defensive checks are very limited to that. In fact, I'm gonna lead off with it against the Pelipper and probably just click Air Slash right away. Because it'll put Ferrothorn in range of Heat Wave, I think. Maybe not under Rain. I think it'll do 63. Let's go for it and see. 59. Ah, that sucks. Okay, well, I have to Heat Wave again, obviously. As they go to Mantine. But this probably has Hurricane. I'll go to Sylveon on the Hurricane because I don't want Seismitoad taking any damage while Dracovish is alive. And let's get a Wish going here. And then Protect. It's doing a lot. Okay, I don't know why I thought I didn't click Protect the last turn. That's the only reason. Yeah, I like, for whatever reason, thought I clicked Wish. But luckily, they didn't get rewarded for my misplay. Let's go for Wish here. I have Mystical Fire, so I'm just gonna knock this out. Yeah, that was really lucky, but like at the same time, I probably would have switched out into Seismitoad there. Let's go to Sigilyph here. I don't think they're clicking Iron Head, as they actually double to Mantine. I'm just gonna Psychic. Does an okay amount, and then I can get in probably Weavile here to Icicle Crash. They don't really switch into that. So Dracovish is probably a choice band. This probably gets 2-code. I get a crit, and it didn't even 2-hit KO. The crit didn't 2-hit KO. That's kind of funny. But I think they're just going to U-turn, so I might as well weaken it. This guy's luck is horrible. Like, I'm lucking this guy so hard. Barraskewda takes 48. I'm going to get in Toad now on the close combat and just use the turn to get up rocks. And then I'm going to Earthquake the Drill. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I have the next game right here. My opponent has a double ground core, so gotta watch out for that. I definitely like my Conkeldurr this game as well as my Sigilyph. I'm gonna lead off with my Toad though to try to get up rocks. So against Hydreigon, I could go Sylveon. That would give them a U-turn to Drill, which I don't want. I'm gonna get up rocks. They actually click Substitute, which my Sylveon's Hyper Voice goes through, so that's really nice. They click Flash Cannon. They should remember that my Hyper Voice is about to blow them back, but I think I have to click it anyway. Yeah, like I really wanted to just double out calling them to make the play, but it's fine. I'll go to Sigilyph here and try to pressure. Yeah, I'm gonna Heat Wave. Wear that down as they go for U-turn. So Corviknight's really weak now, which is actually kind of helpful. They bring out Hydreigon. I'm obviously gonna bring in Sylveon again. They might U-turn this time. Or I guess just hard double. Okay, well I'll get in Toad here. On the rocks. Just click Scald first and see what they do. Just in case they stay in, as they actually get in Hydreigon, so I can get up my rocks here. It's Sub-Nestiflood Dark Pulse Flash Cannon, right? They get in Diggersby, which I can actually take on using this. I think I'd try to do that actually. Then they get in Pex, which I can Earthquake. Actually, wait, let's consider Toxic. Do I want to take one of those? I think Sigilyph is a better play. Yeah. And I'm going to Dazzle here. I don't know why you would stand. That dies. Yeah, it would have died. Okay, well, I'll Air Slash here. That like play puzzles me so much. Air Slash will put Drill in range of the Heat Wave. I gotta hit this or else I'm gonna be in a really tough spot. As they get in Pex, that's not gonna help them at all. And then they sack off Corviknight. Okay, good. So Sigilyph is able to pressure the Corviknight enough this game to the point where it is now dead. Shadow Ball does nothing. I didn't get dropped either, so that's really helpful here. I'm gonna Wish Up and then Protect and all that. Although, I don't want Drill coming in. They get in Pex though, which is probably gonna give me my Conk. Or I could Protect a turn. Yeah, Protect is also a good play as they recover. And then I think I try to Wish Pass into my Sigilyph actually. As they get in Diggersby. Never mind, not Sigilyph, Seismitoad. Okay, I take an Earthquake somewhat well, and I can Earthquake of my own here. Or I could Toxic on the Hydreigon. They actually go Pex though. I'm so tempted to double Toxic, but I really can't risk this getting put on a timer. Yes, they tried to Toxic again. And I'm just gonna Psychic. So they went Hydreigon. Yeah, I should have just called that. It's alright though, I didn't actually have to because I have this still around. And I can Wish Up here on the Pex. And now there's nothing they can do to prevent my Wish Pass, which is really good. Like, they can double here for momentum, but I'm never gonna stay in. And once again, I'll just click Psychic on the Drill, which I now outspeed, so I can Heat Wave. Isn't that the second time today Hydreigon has dodged my Heat Wave? Well, either way, I'll go Sylveon here on the sub and just Hyper Voice. Yeah, like, this is getting worn down anyway. I honestly don't care. And I'll go Dragapult on the spin. Like, I don't really care about that. Then I'll Draco. It looks like Draco is actually picking me up a kill here, which is kind of good. So yeah, Drill is now out of the way. Diggersby comes in. It still is in my best interest to keep this, but Seismitoad will get 2-code, which is a bit concerning. I guess I can Sec it off and then get in Conk. I'll just Sec this off. Okay, nice. Now I can Dazzling Gleam here. Let me just make sure that does 29, because that could be a losing play if it doesn't. Diggersby, 38 to 45, okay. Yeah, so they did have Quick Attack, but anyway, I would live that. Now they can get in Dragapult, or Hydreigon again. Hydreigon's like 1 point slower than me, which is really annoying. Nasty Plots. I love a Flash Cannon here. Yeah, knock that out, and that should just be the game. There's a Shadow Ball. Now what I do is I bring in my Weavile, click Throat Chop again, and then again. And they go ahead and run. So that is going to be the game, and that is going to be the live. So I think we won every game. I'm pretty sure I ended up in 1700, so that's pretty cool as well. I did hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Later.